So when you're improvising, are you playing more than the notes are written there, or are you playing the same amount of notes that are written there? But you
so far I'm playing around the same amount.
Around the same amount, yeah. When you improvise, you don't have to play the same amount of notes that are there. You can play way more notes that are there. You could also play way less notes that are there.
Like you can play.
Right. Exactly like that.
Or
That was good improvisation. Yeah, I like this. That's good repeated notes. That's really good. That's improv. Yeah, that's much better. And when you're improvising, try and make that your solo, you know? If you're going to play the song note for note, but then go back and then you do the improvisation afterwards. And then after you do that, then you go back and play the melody again. So you know how it's kind of laid out. You play the song, then you play the improvisation, and then you play the song again, as written. Now, sometimes when you play that song for the third part, you go 1, 2, 3, you'll play embellishments on the melody, which is kind of what you did. So instead of playing like, once upon a, or once a jolly swag man, you might do something like, so I'm adding a little bit something to the notes that are already there. That's the third time that you play it. Yeah, and that's kind of what you were doing the first time, which is called embellishing the melody. So you were kind of embellishing the melody rather than improvising. But it's good to do both, to be able to do both, because then you can do all 3 sections, like I said.
Speaking of Waltzing Matilda, it's on Wikipedia. I found it.
Oh yes. I'm sure there's a pretty lengthy explanation about Waltzing Matilda.
Yeah.
All the lyrics and all the Australian words.
And then he kills himself before he gets arrested.
Does he really?
Yes.
It's a dark song then. It is. It's a poor hobo.
Yeah, and he eats a sheep.
Wow. You've definitely done the most research on Waltzing Matilda of any of my students. I did not know that. He eats a sheep?
Yeah, he steals a sheep from his master.
Is that what the jumbuck is?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Wow. I didn't know that. But he almost gets arrested because the police are chasing him, right? Through the forest?
No, the version that I saw said that they won't catch him alive, and then he jumps into the billabong.
Oh, that's right. That's the last verse. You're right. Yeah, hopefully maybe he swam away to freedom.
He did it.
Somehow.
Not what Wikipedia said.
That's not what Wikipedia said. Did they interpret it differently?
Wikipedia said that he's a ghost now, and he haunts the place.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. I wonder if there's a specific lake or pond in Australia that's attributed to this. I don't know. Wikipedia obviously didn't say, or else you would know.
Ask our walking Wikipedia here.
Yes. All right, let's play another song.
Seats.
Not bad. A different way of improvising. You know how to do it with the D blues scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this. Another way of improvising, besides using scales, you can use chords to improvise. Okay? So when you're playing an F chord, you can be playing an F chord in the right hand too. But you can be playing the notes as single notes rather than as a chord, right? So you can play any of those 3 notes in any octave too. So you can do that octave, you can do that up an octave, down an octave, you can play notes at the same time. So you could do a solo like this, we'll say. So the song goes, we'll start right from the beginning. So, that's also another way to do it. Let's start off by doing it systematically, okay? When you're playing an F chord, let's go 1, 3, 5, 3. Okay? Then we're going to go to the D minor chord, we're going to go 1, 3, 5, 3. Then the C7 chord. So the next chord would have been G minor, but. So the solo's now going to sound somewhere. Scales that you can do, and now you've got the chords that you can do. Now you want to be able to combine the two and be able to do part chords, part scale. That's hard to do. And then there's even more things you can do besides just scales and chords. There's approach tones.
What's an approach tone?
An approach tone is just like the chords that you did have, well, there's 3 notes, right? In an F chord? 3 notes in an F chord? There's also 3 tones in an F chord, we'll say, right? That's the same thing, note, tone, right? An approach tone is a tone that approaches a note by a half step. So that would be this one, or this one. So this note has 2 approach tones. This one and this one, right? This note has 2 approach tones. And this note has 2 approach tones.
Sounds great.
It does. The trick to using approach tones is you have to use them quickly. It makes it hard to use them. So if you're doing a solo with approach tones, you might do something like this. Approach tones quickly, and then going to the tone that's in the chord, you know. But you always have to resolve on a note that's in the chord. That's tough to do.
But what about this one? This only has one approach tone, or does it have an imaginary one?
Yeah, I guess that one only has 1 approach tone. That one there.
Unless you get your bass player to help out.
Yes. Then you can go beyond that. That is true. That's true. And that one too up there only has 1, unless you get your piccolo player. Play above that.
Don't play too low. I've read that it messes up with your body.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it must be. It was lower than that, though.
Much lower.
It'd be way lower. Yeah. All right. So you're into the jazz now. Let's get you another jazz tune.
From where?
Well, I'll give you a choice of a couple of them. I can play you a couple, and then you decide which one you like.
From there?
Yeah. Well, I'll print it out for you. You know. But let's see which one you like better. We'll start with this one. It's called Autumn Leaves. Pretty famous tune. And if you're into the jazz songs, you're gonna have to learn all about these jazz chords here. So these are all 7th chords. We've got a couple 7th chords, but these are all 7th chords. Okay. Another really good one is called Beautiful Love. Let's see if we can't find that one. Any questions about that last one?
No, but I think it's really great.
It's a really nice song, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's Beautiful Love. Very similar jazz chords, seventh chords, you know?
I really like the Autumn Leaves one. Feels very powerful.
It is. That one's been done a million times by a million different people. It's a really popular song.